Hey everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and usually on Thursdays I tell you, you know what guys, go on the community tab and vote for who you want me to reveal on Friday, but if you look on the board, there's only one character up there, and that is the bride, aka Bridezilla. And so right now, we're going to break down the clues, go through the pitch correct audio, and figure out who is under the mask of the bride. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. So yeah, it's kind of weird that with this new format, we only get one character that carries over to the next week's episode. And sometimes we get instances where we only see that character for that one episode and then they reveal the next one, leaving us to figure out someone else. And right now, looking at the board, we have the bride right now. They have to go through the clues, and there's only two other characters that are really left standing in a sense for the semifinals. That is the harp and the lamps. I already did reveal videos for those two characters. If you want to check those reveals out, all you have to do is go through the description of this video and click those links. And I want you to tell me if you think I'm right or if I'm wrong. So far for this season, I've gotten them all right. Okay, this season we're doing pretty good. Over 120 characters, and I've only gotten 2 wrong since season 1. I know, I'm on fire. Anyway, let's go ahead and break down the clues for the bride. Now, usually we get a couple clue packages for these characters, but right now we only have one. So we're basing all of our guessing on this one clue package. I know, it's a risk. This season has been very risky, but we've been getting them right, and you guys have been helping us out along the way. So let's start off with the clue package. He says, "Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today for a Hall of Fame night that I vow to rock. I'm always telling feel-good stories, but let me explain how I ended up here, alone at this junkyard. I have a rugged personality. I live on the road selling out arenas, and I have an appetite for destroying things. I am notorious for being in some of the messiest feuds. I've gone the solo route, but I've come here to master a new commitment to all of you Masked Singer freaks. So tonight, here comes the bride." That was a fun clue package. I feel like this guy wrote this. It seems like his if you know, right? If you know, I know if you know. There were some visual clues we had. A globe with a crown, a rose, the rock and roll hand symbol. I don't know, what do you actually call this? It's a rock and roll hand symbol, but really, what do you call this? Right? I don't know. We saw a musical note sign, kind of works out, and a snake. And then we also had some extra clues. We had, I guess the pre-season or pre-episode clues it was like a picture of Palestine on a globe. And then from there, we saw a medal that said Action Hero. So those are the clues that we have. I know, some good ones in there. I actually don't like the visual clues as much. I actually like what he says in that clue package better. To me, those have the most clues in them. Now, when it comes to the pitch correct audio, this audio stinks. I'm going to tell you that right now. The reason why is this person is obviously putting on some kind of accent. Because he's singing like this, but then he talks like this. It don't make any sense. No, it don't. And yeah, I know I can't do a British accent. I'm sorry, I had to put you through that. But that is obviously a whole little thing he's putting together. So the pitch correct audio, not really the best, but nothing we could do about it. You still can kind of make out a voice a little bit in the middle, but take a listen.
"Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today for a Hall of Fame night that I vow to rock.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today for a Hall of Fame night that I vow to rock. I'm always telling feel-good stories, but let me explain how I ended up here, alone at this junkyard wedding. I have a rugged personality. I live on the road selling out arenas, and I have an appetite for destroying things. So I'm notorious for being in some of the messiest feuds. I've gone the solo route, but I've come here to master a new commitment with all you Masked Singer freaks."
So who do you think that is? Are you thinking Chris Jericho? Because, oh my gosh, that is Chris Jericho. And yes, the audio of him speaking, it doesn't work because of the voice, but the singing voice, I'm gonna go ahead and compare 2 seconds of the bride singing and then Chris Jericho doing his thing in the ring.
So shut up, baby.
me? I don't care!
Oh my gosh! That is so him! And I know what you're saying. Okay, well, the voice is there, Joey. Can you match up the clues? Can I match up the clues? Of course! Dearly beloved, we're here for the Hall of Fame night, and I vow to rock. Well, he is in his own rock band, Fozzy. And if you haven't heard them sing, you totally should. It's actually pretty darn close to how he's singing as the bride. He said, I have a rugged personality. I live on the road and destroy, blah, 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 blah. And, I mean, that is like, that is the perfect way to explain who he is as a character. That is his character anything he does. He destroys everything. He has a crazy personality. And I just want to take this quote from Wikipedia because I think that they also quoted it really well here. His quote is, noted for his over-top rock star persona, in-ring technical wrestling prowess, and his ability to reinvent his character throughout the course of his career. Heck yeah! And then it continues by saying, Jericho has been named by journalists and industry colleagues as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. Heck yeah! That is I don't know who wrote that on Wikipedia, but they're obviously a wrestling fan. I don't watch wrestling religiously, and a lot of you guys do, but I grew up watching it with my grandfather, and we watched everything. We even went to the arena once and watched it live. So, this was like one if I missed, I'm sure he would be rolling in his grave, like saying, what is wrong with you, Bear? What are you doing? So, yeah. But next, he says, I'm notorious for being in some of the messiest feuds. I don't know any other wrestler that has been in so many feuds. We've got Christian, Shawn Michaels, Edge, CM Punk, Kenny Omega, MJF. I mean, that's just like 5 off of the list I just came off with when I was just typing up my script. I'm sure there's at least 5 more. I mean, this guy just comes out on stage and just starts fights. Yeah, right? So it works perfectly. Now it's time for the visual clues. We saw a globe with a crown. 6-time world champion. 6-time world champion. Does that work? Yes. Next was that kind of map with Palestine in the middle. It's kind of weird because it was in Russian in that clue. You know that was in Russian, right? And so Jericho, where's that located? Boom. We saw the rock and roll hand symbol, musical note, and the snake. Once again, his rock and roll music group. Then we had an extra clue, which was action hero. That can have 2 different things on it. One is that people actually consider him an action hero, even if he's not an actor, but he is an action figure that he's got like 4 different versions of it that you can buy. Now, the one thing I just want to add, something that maybe many people didn't even look it up, Chris Jericho was on Dancing with the Stars back in 2011. As a reminder, and I said this many, many times, the executive producers are exactly the same, which means it's possible to see a lot of the same people on Dancing with the Stars on this show. And I think that can speak for itself. Of 100-something contestants, I'm pretty sure 30-something out of them were on Dancing with the Stars. That show's been on for like forever. Was it like 2003 when that went on? Something like that. Anyway, I want to know, do you agree or you disagree? Let me know in the comment section. Is this Chris Jericho? And I know I'm the only YouTuber that does reveal videos now these days for these characters. And I'm pretty sure at some point, Chris Jericho is going to find my YouTube video and watch it and laugh and smile because we decoded him very quickly. Literally before the show started, when they gave us that preview song, we went, oh, that's Chris Jericho. We had the proof for that too, if you go back to our Masked Singer live stream. And so, hey, Chris, how you doing? Big fan. Don't get in the feud with me. Though if you want to shout me out, go right ahead. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me once again in the comment section. Let me know if you agree or disagree. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. Stay safe. See you later. Bye.